Hi guys, it's Gayle. Welcome to Stitchy Dee Doodle. In today's episode, I will be going over my 2023 goals. I have them categorized into 5 different sections. The first one is organization, 2 is learning and trying new things, 3 is health, 4 is earning an income, hopefully, and 5 is this YouTube channel. So if you're interested in any of these things, stick around. The first category will be organization, and that entails decluttering, organizing, and thereby improving my lifestyle. So guys, I have a confession to make. I am a chaotic crafter. I don't know about you guys, but when I craft, it's a hot mess around me. If I'm sewing, I've got fabrics, I've got cutting tools, my rulers, my sewing machine, rippers. Even for crochet, I have my yarn, my hooks, my needles, my project bag. There's When I craft, there's a lot of tools and supplies involved. And with fabric, it takes up a lot of surface space, so it looks just utter chaos. And this year, I would like to be more organized by putting things away after I'm done with it. I have a lot of supplies that don't have homes and they're just sitting on the ground. And so this year, I would like to get my craft room and the house organized in an orderly fashion. I've been watching a lot of YouTube content about their 2023 craft goals, and there's a common thread throughout many of them, and that's journaling. Journaling their crafty makes. Well, I would like to have 3 different journals. One is for memory, because I have mentioned before that I have memory issues, and that's not a lie. I have certain incidents that have happened in my childhood that may have contributed to my memory issues, but I really have a hard time retaining memories. And so I would like to have basically a daily journal to record my memories with pictures. So I will have a daily entry and a picture. And that's basically so that I can hold on to my life. Sad to say, there are many memories that are lost. If I don't have a journal or pictures or videos to remind me, it's basically lost. Sad but true. Also, when I watch movies, sad but true, if I watch it for a second time, it's like a brand new movie to me. If enough time has passed, it'll be like a brand new movie to me. So a lot of details and a lot of my life is pretty much lost. So I'm hoping to hold on to my precious memories by recording in a daily journal and having a daily photo to go along with it. My second journal is for my crafting. I would like to journal all of my makes, whether it be amigurumi or cloth doll making or project bag projects, whatever it may be. I want to record it. I think that would be valuable to me and valuable to Miko, should she keep it in the future. And then thirdly, I'd like to have like a menu/recipe journal to help our family decide what's for lunch, breakfast, or dinner. Because I don't know about you, but the hardest thing about cooking is deciding what to cook. I can cook whatever I need as long as I have a recipe, but it's the deciding what to eat is the most difficult thing for me. And so I would like to have a journal with pictures so that I can just show it to my family and be like, okay, what do you guys want to eat today? And then I can just look in there, have a reference to where I can find the recipe, and then just go for it. My next goal has to do with my yarn. and I would like to stash down my Premier Basics yarn stash. Um, I mentioned before in one of my previous episodes, I forget which one, but I mentioned that I don't really enjoy working with the yarn. Not to say that it's not good for amigurumi, because it is. It's just my personal preference. I would rather use Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn as opposed to Premier Basics. And so I want to stash that down so that I can make room for Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. So I want to build Hobby Lobby, a stash of Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn, and stash down on my Premier Basic. My next goal has to do with UFOs. I've been watching a lot of content creators do a series called Finish It or Frog It, and I would like to do something similar with my UFOs that I have residual from episode 1 that I have not touched or addressed. And I would like to tackle at least one every month this year to address it, basically either frog it or finish it, just so that I can get something moving on that front line. So this past year, I suffered from startitis. And I know many of you have also suffered from the same thing. And so this year, I would like to be more, how do you say, more picky about the projects that I choose. It has to hit either two qualifications, I guess you could say. The first one is I need to ask myself, am I going to learn something new from this? Is it a new technique? Is it a new craft? Is it going to teach me something? So that's the first qualifier. The second one is, if it doesn't qualify for the first one, if it doesn't teach me something new, then I need to ask myself, once I start it, am I going to finish it realistically? Because I have a bad habit of starting new projects and not finishing it. And so my UFO list starts growing and growing and growing. You've seen it. And so my next goal is to be more mindful and picky about the projects that I choose to start on. The next category is learning new things, be it technique or a new craft. Like this year, I want to start a lot of new things, new to me things. And so that's what this next category is all about. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the amigurumi community, I've been seeing a heavy trend on cuddly yarns like chenille, blanket, and velvet yarns. And so I kind of want to delve more into that. I've previously mainly been using cotton or acrylic blend type of yarns, which is mainly like 4-weight and sometimes 3-weight, which I've been dabbling in a little bit more lately, but I would like to dabble more in velvet yarn. I made a peep in my last episode, I believe. I showed a peep. And yeah, I really enjoyed working with it. I've tried the blanket yarn, it was all right, but the velvet yarn was really nice to work with. And so I'd like to incorporate some of that yarn into my amigurumi making this year. If you guys have been here for a while, you guys know that I mostly make amigurumis, crochet amigurumi specifically. But this year, I would like to expand my horizons and use those skills in making other things for either babies or kids. And that could be like rattles or teethers. You can still make amigurumi parts, but incorporate it and make it into a rattle, or amigurumi parts and make it into a teether, or use those same skills and make things like pillows. And if I were to make blankets, I would like it to be like character type blankets, how they have the hood and you can make like dragon or unicorn type things. Something that still relates back to amigurumi slash kids and babies. Yeah, I would like to still use my amigurumi skills, but delve into other things like quiet books, for instance. That looks cool. Or even one of my UFOs is a toy, the stacking toy. It has like a base that looks kind of like a cone, and you put rings on there. Things like that. It's still crochet, it's still amigurumi ish, and I'm using my amigurumi skills, but I'm making other things other than straight up amigurumi toy, like dolls and things. So, yeah, I like to do that. Previously, I've mentioned that I want to start making cloth dolls, and I think this is the year. This is the year that I think I'm ready to just dive in head first. So I've got a bunch of books to help me along, a lot of patterns to go off of. So I'm excited. I've finished my first cloth doll, and I'm excited to share that with you in my next podcast, whenever that might be. But yeah, I'm super excited with how she turned out. She's got a lot of stitchity boo boos, but she is still stinking adorable, and I just love her, and I want to make more. And so, yeah, just like amigurumi making, when I finish a project, it just fuels my hunger to make more. And so, yeah, I think this is the year that I am going to dive fully into making cloth dolls, along with my amigurumis, of course. I'm gonna try and do both crafts. I think this is a good segue into my next goal, which is to incorporate mixed media into my doll making. So I have mentioned many times on this channel that I love using different materials on my dolls. So I love the look of fabric together with crochet amigurumis, and vice versa. I love the look of cloth dolls with knitted or crochet accessories or clothing. And so that's something that I would love to excel and move towards, is using various crafts in my doll making, whether that be embroidery, wool felting, sewing and crochet, or even knitting. I don't knit very much. I have dabbled in it, and I'm not very strong in it. But yeah, just all these different textures and supplies that I can incorporate into my dolls. Ah, thing of beauty. That's what I strive for, and that's what I want to gear myself up towards. That is my ultimate goal in my doll making. Lastly, in this category of experimentation and trying new things is hair wefts. I have watched a plethora of videos here on YouTube on what they are, how to make them, how to apply them on dolls and things, but I've never tried them myself. And so I think this year, I hope is the year for a lot of experimentation and new things, trying new things. And that is one of them, is to try and experiment with using hair wefts on my dolls, whether that be crochet amigurumi or cloth dolls or cloth dolls. Next category has to do with health, and health as it relates to the longevity of my crafting. And so my first goal is to train myself to take more breaks. Um, I can take more breaks by taking a break to cook or to clean the kitchen, because I don't know about you, but my kitchen is a beast. It is I can never manage to keep it clean. I'll clean it, I'll turn around, and I'll look back, and somehow it's been trashed. There's pots on the stove, dishes by the sink. It's just, I give up. It's one of those things that I can just never get to keep clean. And so there's always something to do in the kitchen, cooking or cleaning, something to do. So if I need to take a break, that's always something that I can turn around and do. I can stretch my legs, when I'm there. I can take a walk on the treadmill that I have at home. I'm lucky enough to have a treadmill at home. I can stand up, take a walk, and grab a drink from the kitchen. Whatever, take a bathroom break. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I I go to use the bathroom and I don't realize how long it's been since I visited. So sometimes you just don't know you have to use the bathroom until you get up. So yeah, learn to take more breaks, especially when it comes to uh, crocheting for a long period of time. I have a really bad habit of just crocheting straight through, and that's not good. So taking more breaks in between my crafting. For my birthday, I got some compression gloves. I would like to start using these more often. Um, I've never used them before, but I hear lots of great things, and some of you have actually suggested getting these compression gloves, and it's supposed to promote blood circulation. So sometimes I have swelling in my fingers. I even get pain. Actually, last night I had pain in my fingers. I don't know if it's arthritis or just inflammation or what, but I'm hoping that wearing these compression gloves um, will help alleviate some of that pain and swelling, and I hope that I will be able to crochet or craft for a longer period of time. And they say, I've read somewhere that usually you'll wear it for like 8 hours at a time, which I've never done before. I've just thrown them on for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and already I've noticed a difference. Like my hands will be warmer, and it's cold right now. It's winter time, and we do have the heater on in the house, but sometimes my fingers are just so cold, and I'll put these on and they'll warm up over time. And I feel like I have better flexibility, dexterity in my fingers after having worn these. But I'm hoping to wear them for longer to see the long term effects of it, hopefully. And so I would like to wear my compression gloves more often. Lastly, in the health section, I would like to have a lotion bottle nearby my craft desk so that I can use it more often throughout the day. Um, I've noticed that my hands get kind of itchy or sore from the dryness at nights when I don't use any lotion. And right now, being in the wintertime, especially, the air gets pretty dry, and so it dries out my skin. I would like to take care of my hands by using more lotion more often so that I can be more comfortable and craft more comfortably. Next category has to do with income. Now, I would like to generate some kind of income to help support my crafty habits. As you can tell by my goals so far, it's pretty aggressive. I've got a lot of things that I want to accomplish this year and a lot of new things that I want to do, which I don't have supplies for. And so I would like to generate some kind of income. And that leads me to my first goal in this category, which is to open up my Etsy shop. Now, I thought that I had already opened it up, but apparently I haven't. I had set up an Etsy account, which I can purchase things from, but in order to turn it into an actual shop where I can sell things, I have to turn on a certain feature of the Etsy account in order to be able to sell. And so I haven't turned on that feature just yet. That's my next goal, is to create a Stitchity Doo doll shop on Etsy. Now, what am I going to have in that Etsy shop, you ask? Well, glad you asked. So I'm still going to be doing my crafts as usual. My amigurumis are either going to be given as a gift, given to charity, added to my existing collection, Or if not any of those, it's going to go in my Etsy shop, because at one point in time, I just kept creating. I was just cranking them out, amigurumi left and right, and I didn't know what to do with them. And so my collection got ginormous, that I didn't know what to do with them. And they ended up being put away in storage in a big box. And I was sad that they were just in storage, not being loved or used or appreciated by anybody. And so I brought them out for a period of time and put them out on a shelf just so that I could admire them. But then I was like, well, they're just sitting there collecting dust, and I didn't know what to do with them. I wanted them to be used and to be appreciated and loved. And so I did get rid of them eventually. But yeah, that's what I want my creations to ultimately be. Either be gifted, donated, appreciated by myself and my family, um, or sold, so that I can help myself to create more by generating some kind of income from it. Also, project bags I can make. One of my other goals for this category is to create one project bag a month so that I can hone those sewing skills that I want to elevate and improve on. So that's mainly for my own stash, but if I do create more than one in a month, then that'll go into my Etsy shop for income. So yeah, any of my crafty makes, doll making, um, whatever else that I might crank out that I'm not keeping, I will end up putting on the Etsy shop to hopefully generate some kind of income. Last but not least is this YouTube channel. Now, as you can tell, I haven't been consistent on this channel. I've been trying to do weekly videos, but that's pretty difficult. Most of my podcast episodes are showing my makes, my whips, FOs, acquisitions, things like that. But sometimes I'm so engrossed in making that I don't have enough time to make other types of content that I would love to put on this channel. And so I think for this year, my goal is to start generating podcast videos every other week. So I'm hoping that that will allow me more time to create other types of content, like tutorials or tips and tricks or reviews, things of that nature, other than podcast episodes. I mean, I love creating the content, but I would love to diversify the things that I put out here on this channel. And so I hope that you will be supportive of me in making every other week podcast videos. And hopefully you'll start to see more other various content on this channel. So that's it for my 2023 goals. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your goals are down below in the comment section, and I would love to chat with you. Thanks for watching. Bye.